Welcome back to the Belt Off Podcast. Today we're going to talk about why AI is going to change Jiu-Jitsu, or could it change Jiu-Jitsu? So, with AI and all the calculations with AI, what it can do is go through all of the IBJJF matches, all of the Jiu-Jitsu competitions. It can source through all of, grappling freaks, or what is it called? Grappling fanatics, or BJJ fanatics videos. And all the Gordon Ryans and all the Danaher videos and just, calculate what works the most out of all the different grappling matches and competitions that have ever been out there. What angles succeed at the most? What hand placements succeed the most in every position?
Interesting. Yeah.
Could it do that and then spit out an instructional?
I would imagine. Yeah, I mean, I'm not much of a techie. I'm like a lagger, I think is what the term is they use for me. I'm always the last guy to get the iPhone, right, or whatever. But so I'm not really sure what it could do. But if that's the kind of stuff it could do, that could only help. That sounds pretty cool.
Go through, spit out a lesson plan, and be like, I'm struggling with this, and be like, you record yourself, and it's like, this doesn't match what Gordon Ryan's doing.
Amazing.
It'd be interesting to see what happens with that.
Yeah, I'm sure it could.
Yeah. So
it could make cool pictures. I know that. I've seen
it can make some messed up pictures.
I'm sure if you try. I'm sure it's got as much evil potential as it does cool potential.
I was trying to make a thumbnail with like a cool belt graphic, and I was like, typed in Jiu-Jitsu black belt on fire, and it was like this weird abstract thing that had nothing to do with it. I did a fitness class one, and like half the people had distorted faces, no arms, no hands. There was weights, like barbell weights, but like half the barbell was missing.
I've seen that.
Weird.
What is going on with this? So maybe it builds a jiu-jitsu thing that's just horrible.
Well, yeah, I mean, as far as crunching numbers, though, and stuff, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Because that, like, it could tell you statistically.
Go through thousands of hours of matches.
Yeah, and the level that it could, I would imagine, I don't know, but the level that it would be able to break it down to would be insane, right? Like, breaking it down by age, weight, belt. I mean, you could even go height. Right, you could even go reach of arm reach. Like how the guys with longer arms, what should they do? Like, I would imagine there'd be pretty much, endless possibilities there. It definitely can't hurt. And it's a cool thing because you hear a lot of people talk about the fear of AI taking jobs and whatnot. We have a security. AI is not going to teach you jiu-jitsu. It's just not. It can write the lessons plans and stuff or whatever, probably.
Just like you can't learn jiu-jitsu from a video. You have to feel it. You have to be taught. You have to have corrections.
You can't learn it by just watching and sitting, right? Like there's a lot of, I know myself, I'm a pretty good learner, man. Meaning I could grab you and sit here with you and play a video and definitely learn.
That's at a different level. Right?
Yeah.
So if you're a white or blue belt, you don't know enough jiu-jitsu to be able to do something like that.
Okay. And I don't even think this doesn't feel in my heart like it's a right or wrong category. This to me feels like, what do you think? Oh, this is what I think. Sure. Because I know from my history, right? I was a white belt, I guess, at Dave Terrell School. And in my garage with my buddy that just did kickboxing, we would watch stuff and learn stuff, and I got good. I think people, in my opinion, like, they have an ability to learn.
Yeah.
And one of the cool things about getting your black belt is that another thing, you're getting a black belt in jiu-jitsu. But in a way, you're being told you have an expertise in learning, right? Like you learned essentially a foreign language. Yeah. So that's not easy, right? Like you could take that and apply it to learning something else, right? Because I know what to look for. Like if I'm watching two guys do a move and I want to know and I want to mimic it, I'll pause. I'll look where their weight is distributed. I'll look at certain things that other people won't know to look for, right? So, like, depending on your level and ability to learn, bro, you might be able to learn watching a video.
I feel you can get.
I would not suggest it though.
Yeah. But like for example, like you said, you're in your garage with your buddy and watching YouTube videos. I feel like you could get pretty far doing that.
It's like both. Like what I'm saying is, yeah, I think you could, and what Nick is saying is, who you maybe, but can everybody? And he's right because I've known plenty of people that need me to straight put their hands where it goes. They need me to curl their fingers to grab the gi. So it's like if that guy tried this, it wouldn't work.
Personally, I found learning from a video much easier with the amount of time that I've put in. When I think the feel aspect and the invisible jiu-jitsu is missing from a video.
Oh, you're right. No, totally.
And so without somebody, and even watching somebody do a technique, it'd be like, yeah, that looks pretty good. Hey, do it on me. Let me feel it.
Right.
It changes everything because there might have been like a shift in weight or a shift in tension that you don't see in that video.
Invisible jiu-jitsu.
And it might change everything.
Right.
And so I think when you've put, thousands of hours on the mat, you're like, I think that's where the tension's coming from. I think that's where it's going to be. And you can kind of play with that a little more accurately. And when you first start, invisible jiu-jitsu is invisible. It's like, all right, I'm putting my hand here and putting my other hand here and we're in position. Why the heck isn't he going over? What is going on? But yeah, one of the things that I tell my students is, especially if they're just starting, Instagram Jiu-Jitsu is Instagram Jiu-Jitsu. There's a lot of great content on there. Go find like a Danaher instructional. Go find like a Danaher Gordon Ryan video. And try to stick to the things that we just covered in class. One, it's a great refresher for you to recover that. And there may be, you were so focused on this one other thing that you didn't see the other detail that I was trying to explain on the other side. And so you were getting the move to work, but it wasn't very efficient. And then you go back in the comfort of your own home in a relaxed setting, and you're like, oh, why didn't coach say that? But he might have.
Yeah, you just didn't hear it.
You just didn't get it.
Missed that part.
But yeah, that's just going back and like look, and that's great to do, right? Whether you're writing it down or going back and watching a video of something that you just did, it's just in a calm setting, especially if you're going right into sparring and everything. Poof, there it went. You can try to do it in the sparring and try to get that to work. But there's also something about studying jiu-jitsu from a very calm place rather than in like a more intense situation. Both are great aspects to cover.
Right. No stress involved, no pressure at home.
Write it down step by step. Totally. Everyone learns differently, so
absolutely
covering more bases. And you'll learn what you were saying. If you know how you learn and you can guide your jiu-jitsu or guide whatever you're doing into those paths, if you don't learn from writing something down, don't write something down. There's no point in actually doing it.
Totally.
But if you're one of those people that it really locks it in, be like,
that.
Yeah.
I learn by doing. That's how I learn. Yeah.
But you think you could pop in a YouTube video with your buddy? Because that's doing, right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I could get pretty far. I don't know if it would be absolutely correct or if we're trying it in the garage and drilling it and then come to class and try to make it work, it might be like off one little error here or there, that
it probably will be. I mean, that's to be expected. I'm kind of weird about that.
You get a basic understanding though of the technique and then bring it to class and try to refine it.
Or just maybe full technique discovery, right? Because I'm a little weird with that because I've heard you say, and I've heard a lot of people say, coaches say that they don't want their guys to go crazy on YouTube with jiu-jitsu. They don't. They like to keep it to what we've been working on, right? Like you were saying. I'm weird with that because I love it when they do that, bro. One of my favorite things is when somebody will come into class and be like, Coach, can you show me an Iminari roll? And I'll be like,
well, we were going to learn this.
Come on, dude. We're doing cross collar fun. I mean, you want to Iminari roll. But I love that, dude, because they're inspired, dude. They're fired up.
It's usually the more advanced ones, though, right?
Always, because those are the flashy, cool ones, man. Yeah. I had a kid in my kids' class, he's 14 years old. It was he was probably 6 months into jiu-jitsu, maybe not even that. And I'm looking over at him sparring, and the kid drops back into a perfect heel hook. Not a shitty one. He didn't do it bad. He fell back, grabbed that thing, and looked at me. Like he was just so proud of himself, man. had like a come hither. It was just like perfect. And I was like, whoa, pause. That was beautiful. Don't do that again, okay? Because he don't know what you're doing, you know, but I actually gave the kid all the credit in the world because I told him, I said, I can't help but notice that when you grabbed it, you looked around the room for me, because he did. Yeah. He grabbed it and I saw him look up to see where I was. Yeah. And I go, what that told me, bro, is that you weren't planning on ripping that thing off. Yeah. You were planning on grabbing it and looking to see if it was okay if you play with this toy or not, right? And the answer is no, because that's a heel hook, right? And I don't want you to accidentally play with that. It's playing with fire, right? But keep researching it, bro.
He wanted to show
keep
you
doing it. He wanted to show me that he figured, check this out, right? I mean, the same kid was trying Barato Platas, bro. Right? This kid was like, can you show me a Gogo Plata? He asked me, and I did. I'll show you whatever you ask, right? So I showed him a Gogo Plata, and then he came back the next day and goes, Coach, check this one out. And I was like, that's a Barato Plata, because he's been researching. Yeah. He went and just typed in O Plata and saw what came up, right? And he came back and he was doing it, right? And I'm just, I'm just quick to tell them, make sure you go over it with me, bud. Yeah. Tell me first, or if you do it, do it like you did that heel hook where you were never planning on. Yeah. And it's like if I find that I can trust you, like you're gonna see, I'm gonna let you run with it. Yeah. But as far as like, I would never like tell my class, hey guys, don't go looking. Yeah. No, man. Yeah. That tells me you're fired up. That tells me you want to learn it all. And I ain't going to stop you, because to be completely honest, dude, there's not enough time in our classes to teach them all the jiu-jitsu I want to teach them. So if I thought they'd do it, like if I thought my students would do homework, I would give it. Yeah. And sometimes that homework might be, go find me 3 cool submissions that you've never seen before. Right? That would be a dope homework assignment.
That'd be a cool class afterwards.
It would be so cool. These kids would be coming like, Coach, you ever seen this one? Be like, all right, we're doing the clover leaf today, kids. Right? We're doing a banana split, I guess. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I haven't even heard of those two.
And the kids would love it.
I like those types of classes too, where you actually have somebody show something, like, oh, that's great, or hey, I've been looking at this, and then you just have a class about all these things that everyone's been thinking about, but weren't quite sure on. It's like, I've been looking at this one. What is this? And then you just break that down, and then you go into the next one. Yeah, I do that with the kids' class sometimes. Is just, what are you struggling with? What are you trying to get to? Yeah. What's inspiring you right now? And let's look at it, right? And then let's fine tune. Let's correct some of these things, because that's legit. You can do that.
It's true, man. I think I did that a little while ago and had no idea, but found out my whole class wanted to learn judo. And I didn't know that. And all of them were just like, when I asked them, what do you guys want to do? Everything. Throw this, I want to do this, throw this. And I was like, you guys want to do judo? Yeah. Like, all of you? Okay, let's do some judo
class.
Like, sometimes it's like, yeah, all right.
But whatever. Back to what we stopped talking about, AI. So AI, it'll be interesting to see what happens over the next years. And statistics. I always like statistics. There was a guy who went to a grappling competition and watched 500 matches, and he notated what submissions worked at how many completed submissions worked and what submissions they were at this level, at this level, at this level.
AI would dominate that.
Yeah, and he must have spent hours, and AI would have been like immediate. Yeah. But one of the interesting things that was in there was, at white belt, double legs were glorious.
Oh, yeah.
Blue belt and up, they stopped working.
Right.
Single legs and sweep strips.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And it was like from blue all the way through black. Those were the predominant takedown.
Makes sense, man. Even in wrestling, junior high, double legs are big. Mm-hmm. High school and college, single legs. Yeah. Right.
So seeing stuff like that, as like a coach, oh, okay, well, if this is the case across the board with 500 people, well, now let's run it through AI and do 10,000. If that's the same numbers, okay, great. Guess what we're working on?
Right? Tell me that's not some super valuable information. No, AI can only help, bro. Yeah. It can only help, and it can't take our jobs. No.
AI is just going to take the person that went out there and looked at the 500 matches, and started writing everything down. That's the job that would be taken. But the person who actually is applying...
They didn't want that damn job.
No, they didn't.
They just wanted it done.
Exactly.
They're stoked.
Yeah. But being able to crunch those numbers afterwards and be like, oh yeah, and
cool.
building a lessons plan based on what if you're a competition school, based on what's working right now in competition and live, right? Because jiu-jitsu is an ever evolving thing. It might go from, sweeps with, foot sweeps to some other thing. It's like ramps up. Oh man, everyone's doing this now.
Yep.
It's
Trend predicting.
It's funny how jiu-jitsu follows trends. It's like, hey, this is a cool thing that's happening, but it was super popular 10 years ago.
Right.
And it's like now everyone's doing this move, and then
bro, even if you're a self-defense only gym, imagine if you had AI scan Street Fight videos.
Yeah.
Just thousands and thousands of hours of Street Fight videos and crunch those numbers, right? That'd be awesome, bro.
Over the last 15 years with all the video and all YouTube and everything, we've been in like an information gathering state.
Right. We've been gathering it. Now we're ready to attack it.
AI is ready to start filtering that information.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
I like
imagine what it's going to do for like marketing or the algorithm to YouTube, everything. All
And
right?
how many times it can pop up and say, this was factually incorrect.
Right.
Nick Johnson did not get that one right.
That's funny, man. Yeah.
Beep, beep, beep.
I don't see
False
how it could
alarm,
hurt, bro.
False alarm.
Yeah, I think AI is only going to help.
Yeah.
100%.
All right. So it's not coming for your jobs, but it will make it easier.
Your jobs, maybe. I don't know what y'all do, but it's coming. It's not coming to teach jiu-jitsu.
No. Well, I mean,
Hopefully you aren't a truck driver. I've heard like truck drivers are
I
like
seen that.
gonna get like their job taken. Dude, that sucks. We're gonna see these big old semis driving down the road with nobody in them. Man, no more of this. Like, come on, bro. My kid's gonna be pissed. He can't do this and get a honk anymore.
do you ever get somebody to honk?
My kid always.
Always?
Yeah.
I've tried it so many times. Nobody ever honks.
Oh man.
I've had Jack in the back car seat. Nobody
Even
ever
little
honks.
I was gonna say that's because you're doing it, bro. They want to see, I was gonna say they want to see little Jack do it.
I want honks
They're looking
too,
at you like,
okay?
what's up, bud? Focus on the road there, Dad.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, that was a big thing when I was a kid. Not all of them did. I haven't heard a single honk in a long time. But yeah, Tesla's super AI, right? They're looking at Tesla as an AI company with the self-driving. Almost to the point where they're just giving away cars just to sell the self-driving and the that aspect of it. And once AI self-driving robo-taxis come out, like who's gonna have a car? Yeah.
I'll still have a gas burning big old car. I will, man.
You have a 15-seater
15-seat passenger van.
8 miles to the gallon, maybe.
Right, on a good day.
So that's a trip to see where it's gonna go, though.
Yeah. No, the world's definitely going to be changing in the next 10 years.
Fast.
Yeah, that's the thing is we've hit that point of we're on the edge. We're on the edge.
Yeah.
AI has just come out. AI. I mean, Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about AI, and he was like, "Yeah, we've been in astrophysics. We've been using AI forever, for 15 years. So if you're not with AI, don't attack us. Attack certain portions of AI. The astrophysicist AI isn't coming for your jobs. We've just been using this to calculate things that we're observing, right? So all AI is different. But the Tesla house cleaning robot, that's going to be amazing. They're getting fairly close with that, I think. I think it's going to be, they were talking about like the price of a car, like 15 grand or something. It does all your daily tasks like dishes and laundry. Yeah.
And imagine it just turns on you.
Well, Elon Musk is actually
sick of washing your geese.
Elon Musk is, because he was on Joe Rogan talking about, well, AI is going to be, a scary thing coming up and everything. And he's like, when he announced that they're coming out with these robots, he's like, it has a kill switch engaged. Like, it is a separate piece. It is not part of the AI. It has a kill switch feature.
The AI doesn't control its own
I seen somebody
kill
say
switch.
though, but like, what happens if AI gets smart enough to where it does work on itself and can like remove?
Oh, it will.
It already is.
It will, yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like it's starting out that smart.
Yeah.
I just feel like it is. It's like, I built me.
They are, right?
Yeah, they're
it's
building
machines
themselves.
building machines.
Right.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
We'll see how this goes.
Did you guys ever play Horizon Zero Dawn? It was a video
heard
game.
of it.
Oh, it was pretty good. But it was basically that. They made a machine to make machines. And it was a whole apocalyptic scale that eventually happened. And then everything died and things sprung back. But yeah, it fed on the earth until the earth was nothing. And then Anyway, AI!
On that note,
Go have fun with Horizon Zero Dawn, because that was a fantastic game if you like gaming. We'll see you in the next one.